guys, so I wanted to film a quick video today. Today I have a quick but very exciting video, I think, for you. I wanted to show you my current makeup palette collection. Most of these palettes are eyeshadow palettes, but some of them are face palettes as well. And the way that I'm going to show you them is basically I'll show you the outside of the palette, tell you a little bit about it, and just show you the inside. I'm not really going to do any swatches or anything because I don't want the video to be too long, but I'm pretty excited to show you because I have some definite favorites in here and some great things that I would recommend. And so let's just jump on in. So the first palette that I have to show you is the 6 Contour Blush Palette, and this is from CoastalScents. And this is the size of the palette. It's just regular black snap closure palette, but when you open it up, the awesome thing is the size of these pots. They're a ridiculous size, especially for the price. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for a lot of these palettes, but I'll put all of the prices in the description box below, so you can check that out if you're interested in buying any of them. I don't know. I feel like these are really good staples. I think this is great if maybe you are traveling and you have space for something that's like this thin, and maybe you don't want to bring all your blushes or bronzers or whatever, because it sort of has like a lot of things that you need, which is good. So the next palette I have to show you is one of my definite favorites. This is the Morphe 350 palette. Now, I know this palette's sort of like blown up all over YouTube and in the beauty community, and some people really love it, but some people really don't like it and they think it's overhyped. I personally think it's amazing and I love the colors. So again, it's just standard black palette with a snap closure, but the colors, you can't go wrong with these. I mean, you have mattes, you have shimmers, you have satins, you have iridescent shades that sort of look different when you move it around, but I really love the overall tone in general. I was born in October, so I'm all about autumn shades. I love autumn time, I love the colors, I love everything about the fall, and this is just my favorite palette for that time of year and other times of year too. I like using orange eyeshadows on my eyes a lot because my eyes have like hazel tones. They're very, very light brown, but they have green spots as well, and these colors look really, really great on them. The next palette that I have to show you is also a Morphe palette. It is the Morphe 35B palette, and the outside looks just like the 350, except when you open it up, this one is rainbow. It's beautiful. Morphe has a lot of palettes that have these sort of, well, not the same, but they have a lot of palettes that have rainbow colors in them, but I decided to go with this one because it has matte shades, also shimmers, satins. It has like a bit of variety. I was tempted to get the one that was all mattes, but I like having a little bit of everything. I haven't used all of the shades yet, but the ones that I have used have been pretty pigmented so far, and I'm really excited to try more and like step out of my comfort zone with these, which I think it's going to be pretty fun. The next palette that I have is a little more high-end, a little more fancy. This is the Vice 4 palette from Urban Decay, and it comes in a little fancy pouch. This is Urban Decay, and down on the bottom it says Beauty with an Edge. And just open this up. So here is what the palette itself looks like. It has an iridescent quality to it, so when you move it around, it changes colors. Sort of like an oil slick. That's what the colors are supposed to resemble in this palette. And it has sort of a magnetic closure, which is awesome. It has an excellent mirror. You can see. Damn, that filming setup though. That's like build your own tripod. Urban Decay palettes always come with a brush that matches the palette, so this is the Vice 4 brush. It's just like a pretty purple and it's dual-ended. And then these are the tones. Ooh. These are the shadows that come in the palette. Sorry for the reflection, can't really avoid that right now. But a lot of these shades are really shimmery, very, very highly pigmented. Some of them are matte, especially in this row. These are really good as transition powders. I also really like, let's see, what's my favorite one? I really, really like using this iridescent purple one. It's kind of like a purpley pink color. But this is one of my favorites because you can blend any of these colors together and it'll look super dope. The next palette is a limited edition palette. I don't know if you can still pick this one up, but it's worth a try if you really want to get your hands on it. This is the Disney Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass palette, and this is what the outside looks like. It's very, very pretty. As you can see on the edge, there's script, and I'll zoom in for a second. But what it says is, I know who I was when I got up this morning, but I must have changed several times since then. And this is definitely like totally special edition. They made it super fancy. When you open it up, it has a mirror, and then it has this little slot that you can open up. Whoop, and a butterfly pops up. Super pretty. But this one definitely wins on aesthetic. And then the eyeshadows themselves are in a little drawer at the bottom. And one of my favorite parts is that you can actually remove the drawer completely, so you don't have to hold like the bulky box while you're trying to put your eyeshadows on. But these are what the eyeshadows look like. And again, it comes with a dual-ended brush. There are a lot of mattes in this palette, also shimmers as well. I haven't used this one as much as I wanted to yet. I just got this one. I think this is the most recent palette that I've purchased. My boyfriend actually bought this for me, and it's so pretty that I'm like wanting to save it more than I'm wanting to use it right now, but all the colors that I've tried so far have been fabulous. Moving on to the next palette, this is also a limited edition palette. This is definitely not in stores anymore. I believe I got this probably 2015, I want to say. But this is a Sephora Hello Kitty limited edition palette, and it is for Hello Kitty's birthday. Again, it has like a little pop-up top, and this is the cover for it. It's like mirrored, and then on the back side you can see more decoration for Hello Kitty's birthday. And then again, there's a little pop-out drawer. So I'm just gonna very carefully. This is one that I like to keep the plastic coating on because there's like little Hello Kitty decals, and then it has all the cute little names on the plastic sheet, so I don't want to lose that. So here's what it looks like. This drawer doesn't come all the way out, but the palette isn't as bulky as the Alice in the Looking Glass one. It's a bit thinner, so it's easier to hold. But let me just lift up this sheet so you can get a better view of the eyeshadows. See? So this is what the colors look like. Again, a lot of variety. I really like to buy makeup palettes that have a good mix of things. I never tend to just buy like matte or shimmery palettes just because I like having a little bit of everything all the time. Moving on to another palette that I purchased recently. This is the Take Me to Brazil palette by bhcosmetics. And I haven't tried this one out as much yet, but it's very cute. It has a little mirror up at the top. It's pretty good quality too. And then it has all these little bright, vibrant shades, and some of these actually glow under black light, which is super dope, especially if you're going to like a party or a club. I think it'd be so cool to like mix these in with your other shadows and just like get like a super cool like effect for the party you're going to. But yeah, I'll report back with more on this one because I haven't tried it as much as I have liked to. Moving on to another palette by bhcosmetics. This is the Galaxy Chic palette, and this one is definitely one of my favorites. Again, I haven't used this one as much as I've wanted to recently because I bought this one the same time I bought the Take Me to Brazil, but it's so beautiful to look at. Again, it has another little mirror up top. The difference between this one and all my other palettes is that these are baked, so the shadows are processed differently. And you can tell some of them are sort of marbled, so they have multiple colors like mixed in. They're so beautiful. They're named after planets and stars and just all these like sort of cosmic names, and they're all so beautiful and so pigmented. I love this palette so much. It's so pretty. Moving on, I'm going to show these two to you at the same time. These are the Contour FX 1 palette and the Contour FX 2 palette. And these are both by City Color. Let me just open them up for you. These were given to me at Generation Beauty, and I haven't dipped into them as much as I would have liked, just because I always get in the habit of using the same products over and over and forgetting to try like the new ones I get. But these are so beautiful. Let me line them up for you. They both have like little instructional panels, but as you can see, this one over here is the 2 and this one over here is the 1. They're very, very similar, but together it helps having them both at the same time because they blend so easily with each other that you can get like those perfect like middle shades to get like a perfect blend on your bronze or your contour, and that is why I love these two together. Oh, and another cool thing, the Contour FX 2, which is this one, the lighter one, they're more gray toned, which is actually something that I don't have with a lot of my bronzers, so I think this one is my favorite out of the two. The next palette that I have is the City Color Timeless Beauty palette. Very, very pretty, very cute, and this one is packed with blushes and highlights. And now this palette actually has a magnificent mirror. It's probably one of the best mirrors that I have in any of my palettes. But let me just show you. So the top 4 shades are highly, highly pigmented. Normally when I use these, I just use a very small bit because a little really goes a long way with these. And then these are the highlighters. It's kind of hard to tell. This one's like a shimmery gold. This one is like the gold pink color, like sort of a rose gold, and this one is the most pink. I also like to use these as eyeshadows, especially in like the middle of my lid, because the shimmer applies so easily and it's so pigmented that it blends like, sorry, there's like, I have my fan on right here because it's super hot, and right now a piece of hair like keeps blowing into my eyeball. Sorry about that. But I really love using these as shades in my eyeshadow as well. Totally love this palette. Eyeshadows are so creamy. And last but not least, this is one of the first, like, I guess like bigger deal palettes that I ever bought, and I still love it and use it so often to this day. This is like my most everyday palette that I have. This is the Revealed 2 by CoastalScents. Now you've probably heard that this one is a pretty great dupe for one of the Naked palettes, and it is completely true. The eyeshadows in this palette are so pigmented. They're so beautiful. This one actually is a perfect match for my eyebrows, and I use this one to do my eyebrows all the time. There's a lot of shimmers, there's a lot of great transition shades, a lot of great mattes. This black is fantastic. I'm gonna buy these palettes forever because it's such a staple for me, especially with like how neutral and how cute the shades are. But totally love it, and it's really easy to carry around because it's so tiny compared to all the other palettes I have. And then when I bring this too, I can leave my eyebrow stuff at home if I'm like traveling or something, because I can just use that really nice brown in there. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed looking at my current palette collection. Leave me a comment down below telling me your favorite palette or the palette that you most want to try right now. I hope you guys had a great weekend and a great rest of your week. Like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more from me. I've been trying to post a little more frequently because I'm in summer vacation right now, so I'm sort of like getting back into that schedule. But if you want to hear more from me, sub down below. It's totally free, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!